stuff, they get up for the work first. They don't go party. They don't stay out all night. They're not doing any of this. They get possessions, not be materialistic, none of this shit, superficial, everything like that. And they don't realize any of this. The man, you hear me? The man who validates himself with the steps it takes to attain the result over the result itself is very obvious. This man is very easy to spot. This man operates from detachment. Detachment doesn't mean not owning nothing. Detachment means not letting anything own you. Why is everybody missing this? It's because they really want this shit. And they think running from it and avoiding it is how you don't let it own you. You have to be around it to be impervious to it. I was in the penitentiary around murderers, drug dealers, motherfucking straight robbers, fucking kidnapped motherfucker, every type of person that you could fucking think of in the penitentiary that's negative as fuck. And I didn't let that turn me into a negative fuck. I came out more positive. I didn't let my environment affect me. Just because you have shit, that doesn't mean it owns you. And people who believe that, those are people exposing themselves. They're very transparent that if they had stuff, it would own them. It owns them that you have it. Stupid motherfuckers hating on what they gave up on. This is the reality. They always do that. Low level, low sense of self. Low ass people can't even see certain shit because they don't envision it ever being part of their life. The point is, detachment doesn't mean not owning anything. It means not letting anything fucking own you. Are you in front of your possessions? Are you the fucking focal point of all your shit? Or is your shit? Does your shit stand in front of you? Or do you stand in front of your shit? Is your shit providing the value for people around you? Or are you and the energy you put out, the person you are, the character you exude, is this what provides the value to everybody around you? What do you validate yourself with? Your actions, your thoughts, your energy, your shit. You can tell very easily who this person is. The person who doesn't validate themselves with this stuff, they get up for the work first. They don't go party, they don't stay out all night, they're not doing any of this. They get up first thing to work on themselves. They know that they are their greatest asset as you are. You are your fucking greatest asset. There's one of you, motherfucker. If anything is rare on this planet, it's you. Your story, what you live. So your authenticity is your superpower. But most people, secretly, are very ungrateful for their life and hate on it. That's why we have to build you first. Once we build you into a confident individual, you can see the value in your life. That's why personal development will always dictate success. Your level of success will never exceed your level of personal development. You won't be able to see it. I have plenty of 8- and 9-figure clients. Do you get me? You hear this. 8- and 9-figure clients that don't value their life. They can't see it. They can't even see it. Your frequency is what you frequently see. And they operate from a low frequency due to not addressing their internal state correctly. So they don't address their internal state correctly, so they can't see anything correctly. I've had some of my worst days in this penthouse as a multi-millionaire, and some of my best days in the penitentiary. It was just my frequency at that moment. In 2 hours, I could be the most ungrateful motherfucker if my actions, thoughts, and energy lead up to that. And in 2 hours, I could be vibing higher if my thoughts, actions, and energy lead up to that. That's why Marcus Aurelius said, straight, not straight. You'll never just be good. You always have to act in these steps to keep you good. Because we're a self-governing entity. Inside of us, we will get a notification that is negative if we aren't aligned with a positive outcome. So listen to your conscience, listen to the energy within, and always alter it due to where your validation stems from. Does your validation come from the world? Does your validation come from holding your word? And we need people around you that hold their word. So that's what I I needed people around me that would always show up on time. So that's what I did. What do you respect in this world? Be that. What do you admire? Do that. Be everything that you acquire, everything that you admire. And give that to all your people. I used to admire the big-ass, gangster-ass motherfucker on the yard, all blasted, knocked in 30 pull-ups a set, 20-inch arms, till I became that. Then I didn't see that no more. Because I was that. I elevated past it. Then I went into reading all these quotes, reading self-help books, writing everything down, learning everything I can about myself, and I fucking applied that to my life. And that was a massive level up. Now, in my life, I've achieved massive financial success, and something that was a huge validation point. Damn, look at that dude driving by in the Rolls Royce SUV. Holy shit. Now it's normal to me. Normalize very abnormal behavior, so that your habits that are very abnormal give you an abnormal lifestyle, a way above average lifestyle, because you don't have the average person's habits. Confucius said it. We're all the same, only habits separate. That's how I got here, was my habits. I'm going to show you guys how to dictate your future and build everything you want by quality habits. Like I've been living. That saw me get out of the fucking penitentiary. People saw me post. Yeah, I got out. And I never missed. I never missed a post on social media. Never missed a workout. Never missed what I was creating. Because I knew I had value to bring. If you ain't loud, if you ain't showing up, if you don't walk in the room and say, here I am. You know that. There's two types of people. There's the type of people who walk in the room and they say, there's you are. And there's the type of people who walk in the room and say, here I am. Which one are you? You got to know which one you are. And if you're trying to be someone of influence, you have to know your life has been the best life ever lived. And that's not downgrading anyone else's. I love you guys. I want you to be so proud of the work you put in to attain a result that it overshadows the result massively. The work you're putting in means so much more. The climb, the path, the steps you took, everything means more than where you got. Because this is never ending. You never know where you're going to get. So we don't even visualize too far ahead. We just master every single day. Love you guys. I'm going to be here till the motherfucking casket drops. You know all those people that told you they're going to do all this shit and they didn't? That's what I'm not going to do, motherfucker. Follow suit with me. Everything you ever had someone drop the ball on with you, don't do to other motherfuckers. Back up your shit till the day you die, and I guarantee you'll be the most proud motherfucker ever. Because the only time you ever pay in this life is when you choose to break character, and we ain't breaking. Let's go! Some facts for you, straight facts. Being spiritual does not mean being positive. Being spiritual means being conscious and aware. And to be conscious and aware, you need to be your authentic self. And guess what your authentic self is? Both positive and negative. That's why you cupcakes who just act fake as fuck. Fake positive. The motherfuckers that don't have a dark side aren't trusted because you're fake. Society has gotten so fake that the truth offends people. Rewind that. Society has gotten so fucking fake that the truth offends motherfuckers. Society has gotten so fake that eating normal food is a diet. Like, if it's not pizza, bullshit, and all this shit, then you're dieting. This is normal food. It's not a diet. You're eating food, motherfucker. Do you guys get that? You gotta understand all this shit. And you fake-ass fucking woke people. Fuck you. You people talking about energy vampires. Fuck you. You people pushing away negative people. Fuck you. Those are the people you're supposed to help most. If you're understanding that separateness is an illusion, then you would know we're all connected through a collective consciousness. That's why they have global meditation, so that everybody can raise their vibration. And if 10,000 people, 100,000 people, 1,000,000 people raise their rate of vibration, they're individually healing, they're healing the people in proximity, thus healing the world, because 1,000,000 people have raised their frequency, raised their rate of vibration, and we're all connected. So why are these woke people giving up on the negative people? Why is that? If we're all connected and we all operate from a collective consciousness, and you're so woke, then you realize everybody's both positive and negative, but some people just choose negative more than positive because they're not aware. So your job would be to make them aware that they have a choice, because they are the awareness behind their thoughts and feelings. They're not them. Fucking negative people, can I tell you something? Your negative thoughts are consistently causing karmic debt you have to pay for. You're just never getting out of that loop. Because every negative thought, every negative action, all negative energy is projected back onto you. So then you have to pay for it. And you pay for anything you do wrong in this life with a negative feeling inside. You don't have clarity. You suffer from confusion. So you have to act your way in the positive thought, like I've been saying in every video. Because I know that's the most pertinent form of getting people to change. You have to persistently, and all you woke motherfuckers who talk about energy vampires want to get rid of the negative people, like your boy Wes Watson was negative as fuck. Now he's very helpful as fuck. The people who are the most negative, who have the strongest demons pushing down on them, it's because they meant to shine the brightest. They're meant to shine the brightest. All of you motherfuckers with your incessant negative self-talk and internal dialogue, you motherfuckers that are plagued with the most pain, you're meant to shine the brightest, because that pain is your absolute gift to overcome and then teach others to do the same. You're going to be the best teacher. You're going to be the best one. Because you're going to feel it in your soul like not these fake fucks who think fake positivity online is how you teach awareness and being woke. Literally, you don't fucking get it. To be conscious and aware is to be spiritual. To be conscious and aware is to be authentic. To be authentic is to realize negativity and positivity have to coexist. If we don't have negativity, we unmake positivity, because everything in this universe exists simply by contrast. People are always shocked. You're always shocked when they sign up for my fitness program, when they sign up for my business program, how simple it is after I teach it. They're like, oh, this is very easy. Weren't you watching my videos? Yeah. Weren't you watching my videos? Wasn't I breaking down topics that have eluded most people out here for a very long time? Wasn't I breaking them down very simple? Yeah. Then why would I have made training nutrition? Why would I have made business very complex? I break down everything very simple. You're gonna laugh when you hop on my fitness training and mindset program and see how simple it is. You're gonna laugh when you hop on my business program and you see how fucking simple it is. Yeah. You motherfuckers make everything so difficult because you don't just act into positive thinking. You think negatively about it. Here. You don't think it's possible for you. You think there's all these steps and all these things, and you make this mountain before you even act and say, hey, big dog, how does this work? Where is she? And then when you see how it works, you're like, what the fuck? I was thinking all these rich people and all these ripped people, and all these buff people and all these woke people knew all this crazy shit. This is very simple. Ha! That's what you guys are missing. And next time I see one of you motherfuckers hating on a negative person, pushing them away, I'm just going to smack the shit out of you. Because you don't understand that by not working on those negative people, who I work on most, I work most with the felons, the addicts, the alcoholics, the negative people, the suicidal individuals. I work with those people who can't grip life. Because I'm used to being around that. You cupcakes out here and you're used to it. And then you woke ass motherfuckers put shit like, hell, you gotta step out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone's killing you. But when you get a little discomfort from a negative person, you crack. And you say you're a coach. Damn! Whoa! Whoa! I plug holes in all you guys' shit. Because you ain't really paying attention to what you're doing and saying.
7 miles.
It's all in the herd, motherfucker. All the answers exist within you. I'll show you how to get them. Because you're a real spiritual teacher. He doesn't tell you what to see. He just shows you where to look. And when you know where to look, you got all the answers. I love you guys. Bam! Let's go!
Woo!
You guys don't want to rush to the top. You don't want to rush it. You're missing the whole point when I tell my story. 10 years of grinding in darkness, in the back, pushing, attaching my validation to the work in my daily habits. If you get your result too quick, you'll be result driven and you'll just want more and more results. And then when you base your validation on results and they don't come, that's when you sabotage. You lose during your winning season. You win during your losing season. There's no way to go but up when you're losing. So I keep the mindset that I'm never where I want to be, happily dissatisfied, and working every day to validate myself with the actions that are non-negotiable to call myself a man. Just because I fucking called myself a man the day before, I prided myself as a man the day before, doesn't mean I get to pride myself as one today.
What a sublime feeling
I choose to not
to
be
suffer
with the habits that make
with
me
a smile on my
man.
face.
You guys get the fact that if you don't grind in the dark and attach your validation to the work and the habits, the results will always fail you. Being results driven will always fail you. The man who defines himself with the steps it takes to get the result over the result itself, he cannot be stopped because he works every day, moment by moment, to get that power, that pride, that positive action that propels him forward. You need to fucking attach deeply to the work so that when times do get tough, you think you want to fucking be a peer so quick? You don't have the stress management level to juggle all this yet. You're still fumbling on the daily tasks. Yourself, everything that's under your control, you're still fumbling on that. There's way too many variables up here, and you have to build yourself up to even be close to be able to juggle them. When I was in the penitentiary, I was lucky. I got all that weight off me that you guys are carrying. You guys who are 38, 37, 25, you have 25 years, 37 years, 38 years of weight on your back where you're supposed to be, of you projecting what you're supposed to have done. I got a reset. I'm basically a fucking 4-year-old. I got out 4 years ago, and I had no stress because I wasn't supposed to be anything. I was really, in my mind, just supposed to run this program in, to not break character, to not run to vices, to run to growth, and run to that which built me. I needed to just validate myself with my daily steps and daily habits where I was going to fuck back, real fucking good. That's why nobody makes it. Nobody makes it because they didn't learn to validate themselves with their work. And they have the weight of their entire life on their back. Like, I'm 37, I should have done more, I should have done more. That's all fucking made up stress that you're carrying. Daily, winning daily, choosing to operate a certain way daily, so that over time you increase your stress management level and you can actually operate at this level. The work I do this year is far more than what I did last year. And if you would ask me last year, I would have said, I'm fucking overworked. God, this is massive. But at a certain point, you start to flow with it. You don't even want freedom from your purpose at a certain point. I don't want freedom. I don't want freedom from my purpose. I just want to stay purpose-driven all day. Because when Wes has free time, when Wes has fucking his desires being met, they're all problems. Everything I desire is a problem. I want to eat this, I want to do this, I want to buy that. That's the ego, that's West, that's the problems. I'm a wreck. But when I operate from pure purpose, I'm shooting videos like this for others. I'm not focused on me. I'm not on calls helping others. I'm posting content that I know will affect people in a good way. I'm outwardly focused, so I desire nothing at that point. Mitigating desire is your way to stay purpose-driven. When you focus on purpose and not on you, you'll be in flow state 24/7 because you're not self-absorbed, but you're self-taught. So now, learn. Grind in the dark. If you're young, what are you rushing for to be all successful? These multimillionaires just want to be young. And these young dudes just want to be multimillionaires. Do you get that? What are you rushing to the end for? We die in the end. Live today. Make yourself proud today. Crush it today. And then string together perfect days to where it's a full year of not one missed act. I've done this for fucking 14 years. Not missed one thing. In all reality, I should have missed this video. Life stacked up. There's problems up here too. There's problems up here too. Do you get that? It's not all fucking fun and games when you're fucking handling big shit. When you see the cars, the money, the places, the family, those are all problems unless you solve them correctly, you're proactive, which we can't always be. But what we can do is look back and fucking remember, measure backwards of the time when we were dreaming of everything we have today, and be grateful. The second you're ungrateful, the second you're negative, you need to fucking discipline yourself. And I go straight into burpees, straight into workouts, straight into push-ups, because I said it 5 times lately in every video. You cannot think your way into positive action. You can only act your way into positive thinking. And the mind only knows addition and multiplication. If you fucking sit in a negative mindset and you don't learn to alter that state of consciousness with action, with positive action, it'll just grow. You'll just get more and more negative, more and more and more and more and more. It'll just fucking turn in this mountain. The same thing with positive thoughts. They just grow. You have to know that. All you guys pursuing these new fucking goals, act your way into positive thinking. I know all you motherfuckers out there, I can read your self-talk on your forehead. You're negative. You're not proud of yourself. You haven't done nothing yet today. And the people who are, I can feel that on them too. They're vibing high, they're winning. Like, oh, that's a winner, that's a winner, that's a winner. I can tell exactly what you've done all day. And you should be able to too. Those that don't reflect, they project. We can feel your energy. Go fucking kill it. Bring your best self to everybody today. I really was really hard to get this video out today. You guys gotta know, this isn't easy. When you see a newscaster, a YouTuber, a fucking anybody who's consistently on film, they have a life that stops them too. What's stopping you? They're not stopping. They show up every day. That's a fucking pro. Pros operate from their motherfucking word and their commitment, not their feelings. You tapped out on your workout, on the video post you were supposed to do, going to work, fulfilling obligations because of how you felt. That's why you're an amateur. Fuck being an amateur is fucking you. Operate from your word and commitment. And a man who's not willing to work to create everything he wants in his life, day in, day out, relentlessly, is just a fucking bitch, a delusional broad. We ain't operating that way. No matter what the fuck gets in our way, we're running right through it. 10 years in the pen, grinding to get here. And some days out here are harder than in there. Know that shit. I love you guys. I ain't tapping. Be here every fucking day.
Miss you,
no matter what the fuck I gotta do.
Daddy loves you.
Guys. Let's go! I was the weakest person at Universal Studios. Literally, mind-boggling. That me, look at me. I was the weakest person there by far. Why? Why was this? We break down why we were there in the first place. My wife loves Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios more than anything. She talked about it for 2 years. But we were on lockdown during COVID. And the next year we just missed it. So finally, this year, we went on Halloween, and Wes Watson was the biggest bitch, weakest person there, because his self-talk does not suit that type of environment. You have to remember this when you're crushing your goals in 2022? How are you talking about the acts that need to ensue towards your goals? How are you speaking about them in your mind? How are you phrasing them? There was 300, 400-pound people, way out of shape people, sitting in lines for 2, 3, and 4 hours to just go on a simple ride or walk through a maze. I had a fucking pass. I got to go in front of the whole fucking line. And I was still so trashed by all that walking, all that fucking just confusion and entertainment, because my mind is not catered to that. I've learned to link pleasure with regression in my mind. So what all these people see as so pleasurable is actually breaking me down. Now that's beneficial when you're someone who has to engage in uncomfortable acts all the time to progress. So in my mind, I've linked discomfort with progression and pleasure with regression. But in their minds, they've linked pleasure with the height of living. So at that point, when they're at their favorite place, where they have all this emotional motivation from childhood or family or friends, and they're just visualizing how amazing it is, and their self-talk is so positive towards this place they're at. These fuckers were so strong. They were so fucking strong. Wes Watson could have never stood in one of those 4-hour lines with the weight these people were carrying. Some of them had fucking canes and shit, and they were still doing it overweight because they're just with their families. It's positive in their minds. They're fucking talking about it so fucking enthusiastically in their minds. Your mind is that powerful. When you learn to take that self-talk from motherfucking Universal Studios to the motherfucking gym and to your motherfucking meals, you'll be able to crush any goal, because self-mastery is the key. So me at that point, I had to attach my self-talk to my wife, because I really don't have an emotional connection to these movies and all this shit. I actually pulled myself away from entertainment for a long time in the penitentiary. So I had to just turn my emotional motivation towards my wife and see her light up from this stuff and let it empower me. You guys, vision plus emotional motivators plus your self-talk during any event is what causes you to stay just straight impervious to weakness. These people were fucking bulletproof at that place. They would have walked 50 miles around that motherfucker while being overweight and just so positive, so happy, so human. Why can't they carry that into their normal life? Because when something is uncomfortable to them, they talk about it so horribly. I got a friend over here, multi-million-dollar monthly earner, who's so fucking overweight, it's crazy, and just phrases his healthy diet as such a detriment, phrases his workouts as so uncomfortable, to where he deters himself from engaging in it. He makes himself believe they're so horrendous that he could never follow through on it. Harness the power of your mind through your self-talk. You will never honestly think your way into positive action. You have to act your way into positive thinking. So if you're someone who can't believe in the gym or any of these things, just get there. Just get there and start acting. And then really go into the actions, the workout, beat your old best, and watch how your self-talk follows suit. You can't lie to yourself at that point. You killed it. When you killed it in that workout, you'll never be able to lie to yourself with your self-talk like, oh, this is bullshit, I suck. You'll be pumped. So act your way into positive self-talk. Don't think that you're going to be able to talk positively about something before acting. You have to fucking commit the act first. Engage and commit first. This is the main fucking aspect. Honestly, your boy was the weakest person at Universal Studios because my mind is so fucking fixated that pleasure is the opposite of progress. Literally, like anything pleasurable is not getting us where we want to go. Why the fuck we doing it? but I've had to adapt that a lot. I started watching some shows and movies with my wife because she loves them. And I attach it to that. We spend quality time. She lights up, she's talking to me about them, and I've slowly made that connection to, oh, I have to not just always be one way. Like, knowledge is knowing the way we get there is a one-way street, but wisdom is seeing them. The wisdom is seeing from the path from both directions. So here I am. I'm like, okay, if we as a unit, me and my wife, want to get somewhere and grow together, then I have to take the back step in this area, gain her confidence, her trust, and sit in this area with positive self-talk, watch her beam up, give her her area that she lights up in, and then draw her over to one of mine. It has to be, you guys,